Great discussion that I want to make a slight video as an education. I got my son here learning the Lhasa way. We teach a little bit of the form, and then we have to do it in the Lhasa sparring. And I'm going to start calling it sparring now. It's more contact and other things that get the credit of being sparring. So, welcome to 2024. They used to not let us call it sparring because it was in the Wing Chun category and there was no sparring. So they had this like bias that didn't allow anything that was sparring to get the word sparring in Wing Chun. Do you guys still have that bias? I hope not. So what is this chain punch theory? And why is it not a technique we use for this or that? That's what I got to do this little short lesson on again. So first of all, Kano, Sensei Kano said, if you don't practice it hard with each other, when it comes hard on the streets, you're not going to have ever done it before. And it's worthless. And so they took all of the, if I borrow you as my enemy, right? They took all the eye gouging, right? And then he goes, ah, right? So put your hands up by your face now, right? So he's like, ah, and then the, knee to sternum, and then as they fall down, you break their neck or something, right? They took that out. You see that over there? They took that out because you cannot do it safely, repetitively, 3 times a week for fun, right? So they kept the stuff. I did a short essay on this, but I'm going to say it out loud for the non-readers. So they padded the floor. At some point, look it up for me and put it in the comments. What year did they start using padded floors in judo? Right? So they have this beauty of just wearing regular clothes, and Isaiah put me in some fake throw over there, right? Isaiah grabs me and he can like throw me, whoom! And then the padded floor would allow him to intensely throw me as hard as he could. All right, back over here, thank you, sir. Right there. As hard as he could into the floor, which was padded, right? And then I could learn to roll and roll away. And so we could train really hard, and that's the Kano principle. Why sports feel so good, because you can do them just as hard as you're going to do them on that poor sucker who's not wearing headgear and not wearing a mouth guard, but you're not wearing wraps either, right? So we move the padded floor. Let's put some punsao up here, Isaiah. We moved the padded floor onto our hands and our headgear, right, and our mouth gear, so we can train really hard, right? And with gear on, we can add intensity to this. Now, we're not using our legs at all either here, right? So let's get the legs in. There we go. And I'm watching the camera, it's easier. All right? So, part of that theory is you're going to do in self-defense what you do in the gym. So when he puts chain punching up, Lhasa style chain punching up now, Isaiah. So as we chain punch each other out here, we're learning how to stick with our forearms. You can get a leg out too, sir. Right? So get our leg out. Alright, and there's loading on these, so let's stick with some load on like one coming up here. Yeah, that's good, Isaiah. So if I let go of that, it's ready to like. There's a sprunginess to this that he and I have learned over a few decades. All right, son, come over here. So my son has barely done it, I will say 1 year. And but as a little kid, I taught him to chain punch and kick, right? And I taught him a few things like I programmed it into him. All right, get your hands up. So here comes something. So he's been doing this. You saw him in the state fair last year. Alright, so walk towards me, get your thumbs, make sure that thumb's not going to get me the eye. So if I stop doing this, he stops, right? So aim it at my chest, and if I stop, succeed on my chest right here. Yeah? So you should be succeeding. There we go. So he's going to be our perfect test example for the rest of the world. Send us $5. This is a kid, a young adult, could be a 40-year-old who doesn't have the spring built in yet. If we put up some single arm style chi sao, if you do a jump sao move, he doesn't know the words, right? If I try to stick to your arm, right? We haven't really done that formal chi sao drill yet. Try the other arm, right? So he's got a little bit of stick in his arm, but it stays in space when you let go. So he doesn't have the forward spring on the century line yet. Perfect example. So we're going to introduce chain punching, right? Chain punch towards me. And if I'm not there, he chain punches me, right? And he keeps chain punching. And then we're taking the leg out for this video. Thank you. But he could do a leg kick me and start chain punching me. You know that, right? He kicks me, kick a little higher than that. Yeah, and then the chain punching, right? We're taking that part out. Chain punch. I chain punch him. With my better skill, he gets to just try to chain punch my chest. And we'll test it. If I drop it, is there still go? Thank you. Right? It's not hard. But when we make this contact, it's kind of hard for his arms. Chase me, sir. Yeah, if I let go, he's still moving his arms. Yes? Right, and now that we've got this, I call this the get your motor running. Here we go, yeah. Now we're going to head out on the highway, right? So we head out on the highway, and here's some interference, but he's got to have that motor running. Yeah, I'm getting off camera. All right, now lift the leg up, sir, right? And then put a leg down however you want, or step behind me. And then, you know, with your legs, go for it. Pretty good. So I can't hit him, right? I can't be going pop, 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 pop. Let's look at that. If I do that to him, I'm not even touching him, but look at what he did. He ran off camera. Thank you, thank you. Let's get the motor running again. Well, I want him to have a nice memory. Here we go. And then he's going to win. We train winners around here. So we have chest pads for this beginning stage to ensure that this is what comes out. Thank you. Now, when I started winning on him, I bully him, right? Look what happens. Does he learning winning? Right? I'm not even watching, but just right? Do this to him too much. This is real sparring, right? Thank you, sir. All right, back off camera. Isaiah, come over here. So, the muscle memory for the beginner is this thing. And you add the kick to it. And then we add some techniques like do a jump sow with a punch over the top. And that's inside. How to do a tan sow. So that's, I might step around these punches and I have to punch after. So the finisher, always add 3 more punches. That is from a different drill called applications. And I'm not going to do the whole top secret applications for free. But if we look at a tan sow with a slant kick or something, Isaiah, right? So Isaiah could tan sow me and do a toe out slant kick and pull me a little bit. Yeah, do that and get my knee, you know, it's kind of off camera. So yeah, there we go. Something like that, right? Classic Wing Chun. He's not really doing, he could turn this into a lap sow, right? And he could have his elbow to elbow and have a Chun sow up towards my head, right? Lift your leg up way up here so they can see it. I say, yeah, that's classic. Straight off of a patch or something, right? Push me away in case it's a knife. Yeah, let me see your arm like this. If I do it here, right? Huh. Those are called applications. And so we have safe sets to do those. You need a certified blue shirt to do it. And inside joke. So let's say that punch is coming, right? I'm on this side, right? I could be doing it on the inside too, but this is much more dangerous, right? Maybe I'll do the thumb and the eye as I do it. Yeah. So that's very dangerous. So we don't really do a lot of applications that have that much danger presented to this person, because we're going to take all the pad gear off, hopefully, and turn these violent application drills, take all the headgear off of the recipient, everything off, and get it back into chi sao. So we put 3 punches at the end. So if I do that same one, Isaiah gives me this, like a whop, and then I do 3 punches here, and that lets him cover up and get safe again. Right, so we might do reps of 100 of these. And that time his arm didn't even get up. So I gotta wait for his arm, and then I grab it. Oh, and something else came out. Chain punches. I forgot to do my chain punches on that. Let me do it from this side. So now I do this, I catch him on something, but then he gets to, I didn't really win. I got another punch coming. Oh, not that hard on your old seafood. So I have to put 3 more punches up. at the end of my drills, so in case he throws a second punch, right? Right, and now 3 more punches here, right, and then 3 more punches, and then drill's still not over. Yeah, and then come on, we got to restart, right? So I'm gonna always be trying to have that motor running. Again, the drill's like this, and then he put 1 more up, and then right, I got to make sure now I don't need to chain punch anymore because I really made sure you're not punching me anymore. Damn it! And then, thank you guys. Yeah, in application, we're just practicing to get ready for full application, so he learns. We should maybe put a mat down, and I should really kick his leg, follow him under my knees, and 3 more punches, right? We should put the mats down. He just goes to a whole nother professional program for that. My son over here. We got the mat.